Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I'm your host, Mohammed Siddiq from Atlanta, Georgia. On this episode, we have a special guest, Zeeshan Riaz. Zeeshan is the person behind 700 plus e-commerce brands, especially on Amazon, to causing a $1.3 billion sales. So I think we can learn thing or two from our guest today. And today's topic is 3 ways to grow your e-commerce brand with a virtual team, with remote teams. So that's where post-COVID, everybody is doing virtual, even within US. So please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Zeeshan Riaz. Zeeshan, welcome.
Thanks, Sadiq, for having me here, and I love to see you. And as well, this topic's just exciting me so much today.
Yeah. Before we get started on the topic, where were you? What happened? Who you were surrounded with that inspired you to get into e-commerce and helping other brands to grow?
Well, that's being in 2014. I started my own brand in apparels, and then into dining in the kitchen. And then what happened? One of the brand from apparel, the manufacturer who were providing that all commodities and goods to me, and the products to me, and then he just started thinking that how I'm selling this kind of hell amount of units on Amazon. He didn't know that I'm selling on Amazon. He's from actually from typical Brooklyn New Yorkers, and he's Jew actually. So he just started asking me, okay, how you are selling these units. So I told them that this is what I'm doing. I'm selling your units on Amazon, and then he asked me, could I help him to grow his own brand? And then in 2015 I just exited my brand, and then I started working as a service provider, and then I figured out, okay, providing and marketing is more hard market rather being owner of the brand. So I get into that market, and from 2015 towards today, I'm being marketed into e-commerce. And luckily we established our back office team in Pakistan, from New York to Pakistan, and then we hired people, trained people. So it's been like a long journey with 700 plus brands. So it was good, still learning.
So I'm sure when you manage 700 plus brands and generating over $1 billion sales, there are a thing or two you can share with us, at least 3 ways how the e-commerce brand can grow right now today. Are you ready?
All right. Yep. Sure. So, well, there's a great thing about e-commerce. Then, when you are doing e-commerce, so you can hire people remotely. So, before COVID, in e-commerce was the sector where people being hired virtually so much. Then, after post-COVID, the other fields came together and they just start doing outsourcing and virtual work and everything. But pre-pandemic, that was the only market, I guess, which was doing except technology. So except technology, this was the only market doing the virtual work. So it's good. Then you can create an access to your account on the specific level to the team and ask them to do the task which you can't do. Or if you are going to hire an admin person within the US, then you have to be a lot of bigger cost, might be more than 90K or 80K per year per annual. Excuse me. So you can just hire a person outside from USA into Philippines. They were trying to hire people for Philippines, and then Bangladesh, and then Pakistan is the current hard market where everyone is hiring. So this is good for e-commerce. And now the ways to do that is they need to specify that what are the needs. And specifically, if we see brands, there are a few different things they need to have onboarded with the teams when the teams are onboarded with them. So there are three things. So first thing is advertising on the PPC side. So in my point of view, if you're a middle level brand which is making like 200K per year, so I don't think so you need to hire specialized people into different fields. So you just hire one virtual assistant or an expert, so who can handle everything. But if you're bigger, if you're a middle level brand like making half a million or a million, then you should hire specific specialized people like advertising people on a separate side, and the people who works in the creative. So just align with the creative people, and then the hire people who can do the account overall account management. And try not to outsource your customer services to any virtual team, because this is really crucial if you're not handling your queries properly in e-commerce. So you end up losing might be a lot of good customers, as well as the bad rating will be on Amazon, which is going to cause you a lot more bigger uh, brand reputational issue, and as well as the compliance issues on Amazon. So this would be the thing that you need to design your to-do list into a specific task. So when you're going to talk to the teams, then you should know that I need to have specialized people, not a general people who could do everything and who can't do anything. So it would be good to hire specialized people. So right now, the good brands, what they are doing, if we see in the whole world, the trend is has been changed. And what is going on that people from advertising side, they build an agencies, so they are only providing advertising services in the PPC in Amazon. That's it. The people from the creative side, they get together and they became an agency and they're providing that services. So on e-commerce side, when you have a brand and it's more than 200k dollar you're making an yearly, then go for a specialized people based on your budget. That's what you can do.
Wow, so we can finish the interview right now because I learned a lot already. So I have a very detailed onboarding process. So if you are like almost getting started with the $100,000 sales, however, and the moment you cross a $500,000 plus, you need to go into more like a specialized team. When it comes to ads, it only has to be Amazon ads, or you can also expand to Google ads and Facebook ads and other social media ads.
Well, if you have a website, then you can go on the Google side and you can add your you can run your ads. But on based on my experience, I would say cost per acquisition with Google to your website is going to be really high than Amazon. So I always start selling on Amazon and build in that seat. The cost per acquisition is low on Amazon. And once you're doing an Amazon, I just clubbed one thing in Amazon. And what I'm doing right now, I'm not much spending on advertising side. What I'm doing, I'm hiring the influencers from TikTok with the relevant field. Like if I'm selling kitchen products, so I would be hiring the females and the influencers, most of the females influencers having more than like a million followers and all kind of people, so who were sharing their post and everything and their routine about kitchens. So I'm hiring them to just use my product, give a review on TikTok, and I'll provide my link there. So right now the traffic gets from your TikTok to Amazon, and then it's like Amazon loves when you get traffic outside from Amazon, because this is what they really like, because they are getting traffic and they are getting the purchases there. So this is the really next level technique you can do. But if you're doing Amazon, then stays into Amazon and now club the influencer market and TikTok market into it. And right now, the Amazon provided one other option, that's attribution. All right. So what you can do, you can create a links from Amazon and get that links and give it to your influencers on TikTok, Snack Video, whatever it is. So give it to them that link. If somebody comes from that link to your store on Amazon and they buy that product, you actually get that 10% referral bonus by selling your own product. So this is how I'm doing right now things. So the things have been changed, but this is what you can do.
But that way you can also, that's a very, very good. So you can actually track if this influencer is really causing what kind of revenue. You can actually build a follow-up,
You got me. You
bigger
got me.
campaign with
So
them.
yeah, easily you can track that within Amazon. It's very easy.
Mhm. So you mentioned about a million plus followers. How about micro influencers? Like someone has 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, because they may be very cheap as compared to, and plus they have a lot more like inner circle results with instead of million followers.
Yes, so I use that influencers too, and that works good. But to find that influencers would be great. You go on their post and look at that, how many people are commenting on their post. So how much active influencers, the comment, and how many active followers they have. If they have like, if someone has 20K followers, and they're on every post like 400 people are commenting, and in just an hour, so I say that this audience is hard. So you can hire that person, and just with like, you can give them some money, some like $200-300 would be enough for them, and they just promote you that, and by doing that I got results too.
Do you use different influencers like marketplaces or like platforms to engage them, or you go directly on their social media to engage them?
Well, I always directly go on TikTok, because that's like, before than that, when we started in 2015, there was Facebook out there, all right, and then Instagram came in, and now the TikTok came in. So TikTok is the most hottest platform where you can find the influencers. But and right now TikTok just launched their own shops, so you can have your store on TikTok, and this is how you can sell your products. So TikTok is providing that services too. So Amazon charges you 50%, 15% commission on every sale, from 8% to 15, varies on the category. But TikTok is providing 3 to 5% commission services on their own uh, platform, and they call it social commerce, not e-commerce. That's social commerce.
Yeah.
So I'm just launching my brands on TikTok as well, building their stores and doing that.
Yeah, we will be watching that definitely. So you mentioned about the TikTok mostly, and you Instagram. It's not worth mentioning even.
Oh, sorry, I was stuck.
No. So as a, do you also look for influencers on Instagram too, or just a TikTok only?
Well, I didn't get good results in my two categories where I have a brand, so I didn't get good results on Instagram. Might be this works for you, but I get good results from rather TikTok, so I always go on the TikTok. And I guess like whoever has a good uh, face on Instagram has also a face on TikTok right now.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
it's
when you're
like,
talking to them, hey, do it the same review over there
yeah,
too. So
they do that.
it's like a negotiate, do it both.
They do that.
Yeah, they do
They do
that.
that.
Oh, okay. Okay, very
Yeah.
good. So, what are the pitfalls of doing a virtual teams? When you hire a remote team, let's say from Pakistan, they're trained. They say, "Yes, I will do this. I will do this," and then, as a brand, the frustration is like they're not being communicated properly. As like, I'm sure there's something the brand can improve how to communicate better with the virtual team, and something the virtual team can how they can be on the same page. To
Yeah,
avoid.
so there are two models. This is very good question. There are two models for the brand. So because I worked on the both tables, like being a brand owner and being a agency owner, so I exactly know how you have to think like a brand owner. So on the brand owner side, there are two things that if you have a budget, let's say you have budget more than 5K per month, then I would advise not to go a lone person, go to any agency, because on agency side, they, if you are hiring any agency who is doing that all virtual work and everything, so their skin into the game, their reputation into the game, so they will try to provide you good services. But if you have a less budget, then there is a like a risk factor is high, then you have to go to the individuals from Upwork, from Fiverr, or you just have to post on Facebook, whatever the way are, you just have to find out the people. So it would be good if I would be hiring one person to manage my account. So I will not hiring one person. I will try to hire three persons within the same budget, and I will ask them that don't work for 8 hours, work for me for 3 hours or 2 hours. So I will hire three persons. I will not waste my time as being brand owner. So I will hire three one, and luckily, if I will be fortunate, will be one will be good, and that he will be working or she will be working fine. So and then after that, you can say goodbye to two others and just keep one person, or you can add more persons. So you need to try and run, because you are hiring very economical on your budget. Might be you're paying $600 or $1,000. So within that, you have to try and try.
Okay, and how to deal with the different time zones thing? The VA will work in the US hours, or they work on their own local hours?
Well, if you have a VA who is working, then there are two ways. You can monitor them with Time Doctor or some kind of the screen capturing software. I would advise just do that because the junior people sometimes have issues. And if that person somehow specialized or being working from last 1.5 year or 2 years from that virtual space, then go with the task oriented thing, and you just need to ask the virtual assistant or a virtual team to work on your own time zone from the eastern time zone. And if everyone is working from home, that's fine, because they in Pakistan it's really common, they know that we have to work from eastern time. And as well as Gen Z, which is the new generation, loves not sleeping at night.
Yeah, they like to sleep in the morning. Yeah.
Yes, so I will give you a story that on our agency side, we used to work from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. morning back in 2015 and 16 till 5 a.m. in Pakistan. So the team asked that, okay, the team was like more than 200 people. So they said, okay, we can't work on this hours. We want to have a sleep in the night. So I just changed the hours. I said, okay, 5 p.m. Pakistan time, and then you can work till 1:30 a.m. That's it. And what happens? Whenever they go home, they still don't sleep. They still don't sleep, because when I post something, I go into their WhatsApp group, I see that they are commenting, they are sharing something. So I said, okay, that's fine. You don't want to sleep.
Yeah. Okay. So, uh, what are the other ways you are really managing, in 2023, and anything special you want to share which you have not really shared publicly before, to for the brand owners to for a growth?
Yes, exactly. So what happens on the brand owner side? Most of the time when they design the JDs, like I want to hire a virtual assistant or a virtual team or any agency. All right. So when they design JDs, um, they mostly they are not clear what they want. All right. And based on their JD, the people they hire, even from the freelancing side, they have different kind of experience. And they don't say no because they want to work. So but they don't know. All right, if they don't know about promotions, let's say the promotions or anything, they say yes. And once they get on board, then you get to know, okay, this is really different. So your JD should be really clear. And as well as while doing interviews with the virtual team or even agencies, ask them the scenario based questions, number one thing. And the second thing would be, don't hire people in just one interview or even agency in one interview. And then share with them the access of your brand, a limited access, and sign an NDA and ask them that I want you to perform an analysis, and I want you to come back with the SWOT analysis: strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for this brand. And I want you to explain us and defend us what you are saying. So once somebody comes with the great things within your SWOT analysis, and this the things you actually know, and you know that this is in my brand and these are the weaknesses, and that person knows, then I guess that person would be the best fit. And the second thing would be on the brand owner side, that once we hire virtual assistant or any agency, why agency or virtual assistant has to come to us and says, well, I can't work with you because I want you to raise my salary. So this has always happened. So why they have to come to you, or they find another job or anything else and you don't know, and they're doing double jobs or double things at the same time, and they jeopardy like they are something doing which you don't know. So I guess once you hire a person and in just what first 3 months you get to know that this is the right fit, so I would suggest build a career ladder for that person. Like listen, you're a virtual assistant, and if you do this and you achieve this, then this will be the thing, and this will be the thing, and the both thing you can do title improvement and as well as the compensation. So if you provide that track, a long-term track, let's say 4 or 5 year track to the person, then you can have a clear expectations from that person, and that person should be aligned with you. So most of the people on the corporate side, they do that kind of things. The people who has been hired within the office, they provide them, okay, this is the hierarchy, and if you do this, you go like that way. But the virtual team, I didn't see much brand owners doing that. They hire people on $1,500, and after 2 years, they are on $1,500 with the same title. So people get bored. They don't see their future into the organization. So try to build something. Build something where they can see, okay, this is like I have achieved, and this is where I can go. I guess it's good to manage your talent.
Yeah, so
This is
consider
what I.
virtual team just like they're part of your own team in the office, basically. That's do the same thing for them. They will do a lot better outcome for you.
Yes, of course, because I did it for my own marketing agency. So once we hire any intern, we just like give them 5 minutes run to go, that, oh, you are here, and this is director, and these are the tracks. If you do this, so you create interest, and you give them that fuel that if you can achieve this, so then it's up to them what they're going to do. So most of the brand owners just I guess lack on it. They don't do that. I didn't see much brand owners doing that.
So if any brand owner who's watching this live or replay, whenever they like to on their own pace, so they will like to outreach to you, what would be the advice for them? How they can outreach to you?
Yes, of course. On the virtual team, you can design many things, and I always says that money would be the last thing which you need to pay to motivate your team. Would be the really last thing. Being business owner, many other things can be done. I guess one technique I followed, uh, that's Happy Friday. And Happy Friday is the mechanism which is being followed by Microsoft. So what you can do on the Friday, you can recognize their 2 or 3 small achievements from like if you have a 10 people team, recognize their, like, collect the 10 people team, gets into the Zoom meeting and let them know, okay, listen, Muhammad, I have seen that you did this, and that's a great job. You did this, and you resolved this. That's a great job. Even that's minor things. You're not paying them anything. You are paying your time. You are giving. They will see that we are being watched, and we are being recognized. And the next week, the Happy Friday, if you see, like, you will have 4 Happy Fridays in every month, and then just count it.
Yeah.
So the people who are now working even start doing some great things every week.
No, that's a great idea. It doesn't cost anything. People love to be appreciated what they do,
Yep.
basically. Yeah.
Money would be the last thing which you have to pay to motivate people.
Yeah. Money is the important thing. It's just a one line item. So you don't focus everything on the money line. So there are other things too. Yeah. So Nishan, if the brand owners who like to have your consultancy, you can give them the whole architect, how to you created as your success blueprint for your own brands. They can actually follow the same for themselves. Can they outreach
Yes,
to you?
exactly. And let me share you one thing. Being working from marketing agency side from last 10 years, that let's say you and me have started a brand. We are friends, and with our knowledge, we get that brand to $2 million annually. And what happened that after that, we didn't know that what needs to be done. All right, then you need second, third opinion. You need advisory, you need mentorship, even you need to have an agency who looks into it and gets it to the next level. So it's mostly happens within e-commerce, that you just see their growth is just smooth. They made $2 million last year. They are making, they're expecting making same $2 million in this year. So they are not growing, actually they are stagnant there. The multiple factors are there. So if they can't hire someone, at least they get someone who can do audit, who can see that what things can be improved. So I guess third eye would be great. So whoever is listening me and having you on that show and me having me on that show, so if they want to see that why they are stagnant, why they are not growing, so I'm all here. I can do a brand analysis with them. I'm not going to charge them for doing that if they
Yeah.
come from your show.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. So you did the Facebook link and YouTube link. You kind of send him a message and outreach and watch how your brand can grow from there onward. Uh, Zeeshan, as always, it's really great to speak with you, and I always learn from you, and I'm sure the people who are watching this, they learned a lot from you as well. With that, thank you so much, and see you on the next episode.
Thanks for having me. Bye bye.